Okay. Good day everyone. Welcome back to our tutorial series on engineering economy calculator techniques. Okay, in the previous videos, we discussed about nominal rates of interest and of course the effective rates of interest. And I gave you some examples on how to solve problems such as this one. Binigyan tayo ng effective rate and then kukunin natin yung corresponding nominal rates and of course the vice versa. Meron tayong mga examples na ganyan. Okay. For this video, I will be discussing about the compound interest. Okay. So for the compound interest, ano nga ba yung compound interest? So by definition, it is an addition of interest to the principal sum of the loan or deposit. Yun yung tinatawag nating compounding. Okay? For compound interest, ibig sabihin lang nito is an interest on an interest. So, kumbaga, it is a result of reinvesting your interest rather than paying it out. So that the interest in the next period is then earned on the principal sum plus previously accumulated interest. So, in short, yung tubo, tutubuan ulit. So, yun yung interest, yun yung compound interest natin. So, remember that we have a formula for this one. Meron tayong for the future amount, F is equal to P times 1 plus I, diba? Raised to the power of N. Ito yung formula natin. Or we could just say F is equal to P times 1 plus, diba? Remember that our I is just R over M. Raised to the power of MT. Okay. Wherein our F is the future worth of the money and the P is the present worth. I is the effective rate of interest per interest period. So, kumbaga per month, per quarter, per year, or etc. Okay. Yung N naman natin is the total number of compounding periods. So, ibig sabihin, we have to consider kung as to how many years siya. So, yung M naman natin, yun yung mode of compounding. So, kumbaga, pag quarterly, the M would be 4. For annually, yung M natin is 1. For monthly, yung M natin is 12, and so on. And then yung R naman is yun yung specified nominal rate. Yun yung binigay sa problem usually. And then yung T is the number of years. Okay, so we have to take note for those mga variables na ginagamit natin. But in this video, we will no longer use this formula, but instead, utilize pa rin natin, no? We will utilize the statistical mode. Okay? Yung statistical mode pa rin natin. Stat na A, B, C. For calculator, we have, this is mode 3.6. Okay, utilize pa rin natin ito. But meron tayong concept na dapat i-remember for this one. We have to remember the concept that the future worth is simply product of your present worth times the interest natin. Okay. Remember that N is the number of periods. Okay, kung ilang beses siya, no, na interest. And then yung y hat natin, ito yung kumbaga isa ito sa mga calculator functions na ginagamit natin. Diba? Nagamit na natin sa previous video natin. Ito lang yung dapat natin i-memorize or i-familiarize natin for this video. Let's try an example. Para ma-apply natin, no? Let's try an example. Okay. What is the future worth of 12,000 deposited in an account earning interest at the rate of 9% compounded quarterly for 8 years? Okay. So, ano muna natin, no? This is compounded quarterly. So, we could just say that our M is equal to 4. Okay, so pwede natin sabihin that M is equal to 4. Okay. So, since we will be going to use statisticals mode 3-6, no? Yung stat natin. So, meron yung, di ba, remember that we have two columns for that one. So, the first column would be, okay, di ba, ginamit natin previous ating video is we considered months, years, or periods. Pero as for my preference, mas ginagamit ko yung periods kasi nga mas madali siya. Okay? So, ganito lang siya. So, lagay natin, no? 0 for at time 0 and then at period 1. And then, we have initially, meron tayong 1. Tapos, ito yung interest natin. Kumbaga, 1 plus, since this is 9% compounded, so that would be 0.09. Pero, divide natin yan, since this is nominal rate mo nitong 9%, diba? So, divide natin yan ng M is equal to 4. Okay, diba? Remember that this is our R and this is our M. So, R over M, yun yung I natin. So, input lang natin yun sa calculator. So, we have mode 3-6 and then, lagay natin na 0 and then 1. After that, we have 1 and then 1 plus 0.09. Or you could just use, ito, 9%. Pwede din. Ayan, 9%. Meron tayong percentage dito. Okay, you can just use that one and then divide mo yan by 4. Okay. So, ayan na. Then, press AC to save the table. And then, yung hinahanap natin is for 8 years. So, remember that our X is, ito yung ilang period siya na interest. So, probably this would become M times T. Diba? Remember that MT yun? MT? Okay. So, since yung M natin is 4 and our T is 8 years, so probably yung hinahanap natin is at 32 periods. Okay? So, at 32 periods. So, hinahanap natin 32. And then, ito yung question mark natin. So, yun yung hinahanap natin. So, probably we have 32 shift stat 55. Then, press lang natin yung equal sign. Okay. Now, remember that we have F is equal to, okay, remember natin yung kanina, F is equal to P times NY hat. Okay. Itong nakuha natin, this is 32Y hat. So, probably this is the NY hat. Okay, yan na yun. Yan na yan. Multiply na lang natin yan by the principal amount to get the future worth. Times natin yan by 12,000, which is the principal amount, and then we can get our future worth of the money. The correct answer would be 24,457.24. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. So, no need to memorize any formulas o kahit ano pa siya, kahit yung tinatanong sa atin is yung rate. So, laruan lang natin yung calculator natin. Okay? So, let's try another example. For this one, okay, tabi ka muna, calculator, kasi nakaharang ka. Okay. A man possesses a promissory note whose maturity value is 6,700 pesos, due in 3 years. Hence, if the rate of interest is 10% compounded semi-annually, what is the value of the note now? So, probably yung tinatanong sa atin is the present value of the note. So, binigay sa atin yung 6,700. This is the future worth of the money. O, yun yung maturity value niya. So, at the end of 3 years, ito na yung value ng note. Okay? And then, try muna natin, no? Intindihin, this is compounded semi-annually. So, semi-annual, that is twice a year. So, we could just say that M is equal to 2. Tama ba? And then, lapag lang natin yung table natin, x, y. And then we have, since naka-period siya, so 0, 1, and then 1, 1 plus. Okay. Alam ba yung interest natin? Yung R natin. R natin is 10%. So we have 10% divided by 2. Since divided by M. Okay, so na rin, input natin yun sa table natin. So mode 3, 6, 0, 1, and then we have 1, 1 plus 10% divided by 2. Okay. Next is, hahanapin natin after 3 years. So remember that this is empty. Okay, so we have M natin is 2 and then our T is 3. So that would become 6. So yun yung hahanapin natin. Okay. So easy natin to save the table and then 6 shift stat y hat. Meron na tayong ny hat. So yung hinahanap natin is, okay, remember lang natin, no? Ny hat. So meron na tayong ny hat. So binigay sa atin is the future amount. Binigay sa atin, ito yung F natin. So 6,700. So since this is yung F natin, so hahanapin natin yung P. So kumbaga, ang mangyayari is we have 6,700 divided by yung answer natin na ny hat. So, ito yung ny hat natin ay 1.34. So divided by the answer. And then probably we could just get our P by that. Okay? So we have, okay, the correct answer is 5,000 pesos. Ganun na siya kasimple. So no need to memorize formulas or whatsoever. No? So alam lang natin itong concept na to. Yung F is equal to P times ny hat. Okay? So let's proceed to the next question. Okay, nakaharang ka ulit. Tabi ka muna. Excuse me po. Okay. Next question. By the conditions of a will, the sum of 25,000 is left to a girl to be held in trust by her guardian until it amounts to 45,000. When will the girl receive the money if the fund is invested at 8% compounded quarterly? So, yung hinahanap dito is yung number of years. No? Kung hanggang kailan siya magiging 45,000. Yung 25,000, kailan siya magiging 45,000 if invested at 8% compounded quarterly. So, yung hinahanap natin is yung time natin. Okay. So, simple lang din. This is compounded quarterly. So, we could just say that our M is simply 4. Lang din natin yung table natin. So, very easy. 1 plus. Okay, ito yung problem dito. Kasi nga, hindi. Binigay sa atin yung percentage, diba? Yung rate, 8%. Okay, so no problem at all. So, 0. Balik. Gamitin natin yung percentage. Eraser. Okay, thank you. Gamitin natin yung 8%. So, 8%. Then, divided by the M is 4. Okay. Now, let's use that one. Okay, balikan ako. Hindi na ako galit. 3, 6. So, we have 0, 1, and then 1 plus 8% divided by 4. Okay, so we have, yan. So, let's close the table. So, yung hinahanap dito is the time. Okay? Now, remember that yung formula natin is we have F is equal to F is equal to P and Y hat. Okay. Now, since given yung F natin na 45,000, ito, 45,000, ito siya. And then we also have P, 25,000. So probably we could just simply get our NY hat. Yung dito. No, yung NY hat dito. Okay, so simply, future divide the present, that is our NY hat. Yun yung dito. Okay? Pero yung hinahanap natin is the time, so we have to consider MT. Okay, so probably, kunin muna natin yung NY hat natin, no? So NY hat is we have 45,000, ba? 45,000 divided by 25,000. Okay. So we have 1.8. So yun yung NY hat natin, yung 1.8. Now, to get the value of MT, so yung X hat natin, so probably it's just 1.8 X hat. To get the X hat. So 1.8 X hat. Ito, kumbaga, this is 1.8. So, ito yung hinahanap natin, yung time. Okay. So, we have 29.68. Pero hindi pa yan yung T kasi that is the MT. So, to get the time or the years, di ba, yung T is yun yung years natin. So, we have to consider our M as 4. So, divide pa natin yan by 4 to get the years. Okay. Now, take note or let's be very careful with this one kasi if we are talking about time in engineering economy, we always have to round up. Okay? Kahit 7.4 yan, sir, 8 years yung sagot natin. Bakit? 7 years is not enough para yung 25,000 natin is magiging 45,000. So, hindi siya enough kasi nga, nagiging 45,000 siya at 7.4 years. So, the correct answer is not 7 years, but instead, it's 8 years. So always consider na round up siya kapag time yung hinahanap natin. Yun lang yung dapat nating i-bear in mind. Okay, so the correct answer is 8 years. It's a bit tricky. So, siguro kapag ganon, marami yung sasagot ng 7 years. So, sayang yung point. Kasi nga, no, kung 7 years lang yung sagot natin, hindi siya enough. Yung time duration na yun to make our money from 25,000 to 45,000. So, probably on 8 years, magiging 45,000 and above na siya. So, naabot na niya yung 45,000 na company niya. Okay, so ganun yan. Okay, next problem. Okay, for the next problem, we have how long will it take for an investment to double its amount if invested at an interest rate of 6% compounded monthly? Okay, so same solution. Same problem kanina. Yung hinahanap sa atin is yung years or yung time natin. Okay. Now, since this is compounded monthly, so we could just say that our M is 12. Okay? Then, yung table natin, same pa rin. Okay, 0, 1, and then 1, 1 plus 6% divided by 12. Kasi nga, 6% this is our rate, and then divide natin ito by 12, yung M natin. Okay? Yeah. Remember that we have the formula F is equal to P times NY hat. Okay, yun yung concept natin, di ba? Okay. Now, hindi binigay yung future worth, hindi rin binigay yung present worth ng money, pero yung sinabi niya na magiging doble daw. So, kumbaga, yung present natin, let's just say it's a variable p, and then yung future natin, yung f natin is magiging twice nung principal amount. So, magiging 2p. Okay, we could just say that f is equal to 2p. Kasi magiging double siya. Okay, and then we can get our ny hat by dividing both sides by p. So, we have yung ny hat natin is 2. So, meron na tayong 2 dito. And then, kukunin na lang natin yung empty. Okay? So, input natin siya sa calculator natin. So, we have 0, 1, and then we have 1 plus 6% divided by 12. Okay, and then we have 2 shifts at 5, 4. Kukuha natin yung empty natin. Divided by pa yan by 12 kasi nga divide by m kasi empty pa yan. We can get the time as, okay. So the correct answer is, you have to round it up. So the correct answer is 12 years. Okay. Next question. How long will it take the money to triple itself if invested at 8% compounded annually? Same question. We could just get our M. This is compounded annually. Okay, we could just say that our M is, okay, our M is 1. Diba? Okay. So, gagamitin natin, our M is 1. So, we have X, Y, and then 0, 1, 1, 1 plus 0.8 or 8% divided by 1. Okay. So, input lang natin, triple siya. So, magiging 3 dito. Kasi nga, triple yung amount. Then, nahanapin natin yung empty. Okay, so input lang natin siya, mode 36. We have 0, 1, and then we have 1, 1 plus 8% na lang. Okay, huwag na natin i-divide by 1. Okay, 1 plus 8%. And then, press AC. Okay, kukunin natin yung empty. So, we have 3, shift stat, by 4. Okay, and then divided by M is 1. So, ganun pa rin. We have 14.27 or that is the 12 years. So, no, 15 years. Round up natin. Correct answer is 15 years. So, very easy. Ganun na lang siya kadali mag-solve. Okay, next problem, please. Okay. How much money should a man invest in a bank account paying 8% annually, annual interest compounded continuously, if he wants to use the money to buy a $20,000 car in 4 years? Okay, we have to be very careful with this one. Kasi yung sinabi niya is compounded continuously. Iba yung compound interest sa continuous compounding interest. Pero yung concept niya same pa rin. Okay? Same pa rin. Compounded lang siya continuously. Kumbaga, bawat minuto, bawat segundo, nagko-compound siya. May interest na nangyayari. Kasi nga, continuously siya. So, kapag ganun, okay, we have to familiar natin ito, di ba? Since our 1 plus R over M, okay, raised to the power of M for 1 year, okay? Yun, di ba? Since it is continuous compounding, so we have to apply a limit. Okay, apply our limit as our M approaches to infinity. Okay? Now, remember in mathematics that this one is equal to e raised to the power of r. e raised to the power of r lang pala ito. So, kumbaga, within 1 year, kukunin lang natin yung e raised to the power of r natin. Okay. So, mangyayari sa table natin, ganun pa rin, no? So, xy, so, medyo may changes lang tayo kasi yung gagamitin natin is hindi na yung rate natin. So, mangyayari, ganito na lang siya, 0, 1, tapos 1, and then, yung ilalagay natin dito is e raised to the power of r. So, kung baga, kinuha natin yung mangyayaring rate at 1 period. So, e raised to the power of, that is 0.808. Okay, kasi nga 8%. And then, ano ba? In 4 years. Okay. Okay, so input muna natin yan. We have mode 3, 6, we have 0, 1, and then, wait. Mode 3, 6, ayan, 0, 1, tapos 1, and then we have e raised to the power of 0.08. Okay. So, yan. And then, next is we have, kukunin natin for 4 years. Okay. Say, ito, annual ito eh. Annual ito. No, annual ito. So, for 4 years, so we have 4. Ito. And then, kunin natin dito yung interest niya. So, we have 4y hat. Okay. Then, next is, balik pa rin tayo sa concept na f is equal to p times ny hat. Okay, balik pa rin tayo sa formula na f is equals to p and y hat. Okay. Yung hinahanap is, ano ba? How much money should a man invest? So, yung hinahanap is yung p. Okay, meron na tayong ny hat. Ito na yung ny hat. Yung hinahanap natin is yung p, given that our f is 20,000. Ito yung f natin. Yan. So, probably yung gagamitin lang natin to get the p is 20,000 divided by the ny hat. So, we have 20,000 divided by the answer. We have 14,522.90. Ito yung sagot natin. Okay. Okay. So, ganun lang siya ka-easy, no? So, last example. Okay. Let's try it. Look. How long will it take the money to double if it is compounded continuously? Okay, continuously pa rin. At an annual rate of 5%. So, nangyayari ganito. We have x, y, and then we have 0, 1, 1 e raised to the power of 0.05. And then, double. Okay, take note, double. So, ito, double din dito. Diba? Magiging double siya. So, ano pa rin? So, we have mode 3, 6, 0, 1, and then 1, then e raised to the power of 0.05. Then, I solve for x hat, given that our y hat and y hat is 2. Okay, so, C2 shift stat 54, we have 13.86 years. Solve lang natin yung years na. That is 13.86 years. Okay? So, ganun lang kasimple, no? We should be familiar lang with the concept that f is equals to p times ny hat. Kahit ano yung tanong, So as long as we follow this one, magiging tama pa rin yung answer natin. Okay? So, for the next video, I will be discussing annuity. And of course, yung annuity natin is interest, compound interest pa rin yun. No? Pero, kumbaga, meron lang siyang, meron lang siyang, intervals, yung pagbabayad niya or yung pag-claim niya ng amount, meron lang intervals, equal intervals. Okay, and also, equal yung amount. Okay, so yun lang yung annuity. Pero, theoretically, parang ano lang din siya, compound interest lang din siya. So, yung gagamitin pa rin natin for that one is yung ano pa rin, yung mode 3.6 pa rin natin. So, I do hope na meron kayong natutunan sa video natin ngayon. So, you can just use this one, especially yung magte-take ng board exam. So, this is very helpful for you. Okay? See you in the next video. Bye-bye.